Well, good morning. It is Thursday morning. It is January the 23rd of 2025. And it has been probably about 2 weeks since I posted. And today I woke up feeling almost like my normal self. So, yeah, I figured let's go ahead and knock this video out before some other version of a pestilence knocks me down for another 2 weeks or so. So let's catch up, shall we? All right, well, good morning. It is Thursday morning, January the 23rd, 2025, and I have been not well. It has been, I have literally been sick since December the 24th of 2024 and cannot catch a break. Anyway, let's go ahead and just jump in, do some updates. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in forever. I think it's only been 2 weeks, but 2 weeks in the internet world is like a lifetime. So, out of sight, out of mind. Let me just throw my face back up here so you don't forget about me. And let's just talk about some of the whips that I have going on. But we're also just going to chat through some things. So, it is just a knit and chat today, or more like a show and tell situation. So anyway, my name is Tiffany. This channel is Beyond Swatches, and what I do here is share my knitting journey for one, my love of yarn for two, and then really just try to focus on finding patterns that fit a plus size body. But what I'm coming to learn in recent projects is a flattering fit on a plus size body, as I am, and really trying to find designers who are new, not so mainstream. Of course, I have my favorites and I always will, but I try my best to find designers that I don't really know and give a little bit of airtime to those who are new to this craft or this industry of knitting patterns. I have been knitting for what seems like a gazillion years, but I've only really jumped into true garment knitting when size inclusivity became a more realistic thing. So, probably since about 2019, 2020 ish, around there. And I never looked back since. It's been such a joy to find patterns that fit my bust size, my body shape, and all of that. And so, yeah, so I decided 3 years ago now, almost 3 years ago, next month, we'll have an anniversary video. And I started documenting this journey and just sharing my love of this craft and the things that I find, the lessons that I've learned, the joys that I've had, the failures, but what I call life lessons when it comes to knitting. So it's been pretty cool. I have two cats who are over here fighting, as they always do. Stop it. Stop, stop, stop. So yeah, so let's kind of show you some of the projects that I've been working on as I've been in sickness. Sickness and darkness, child. It's been miserable around here. So I'll show you those projects, and then we'll just kind of chat a little bit through some thoughts that I've been having, and I hope you grab a project as well, or maybe you got to weave in some ends. I think this will be a nice chat session for that. So one of the first things that I'll share, just because it is the most biggest thing that I have right now, is that purple blanket for my cousin. If you remember, I told you last year, well, it seems it's only been a couple months for us, but my uncle passed away November 25th of 2024. And as a hug to my cousin who lives in New York still, I am making her a nice fuzzy blanket that she has wanted for decades, and going to send it to her as a comfort knit, or as a comfort project for her, but it is a comfort knit for me as well. I make it with a lot of love, Jessica. So if you ever watch this, just know it was made in love. So this is that. It is a really, it's growing. I think we are, I can't really accurately show this. It's probably pointless, but this is what the yarn looks like. It is that fuzzy, furry bunny teddy bear type yarn. This one in particular is from Premier and it's called Bunny. I'll put a little screenshot up there. and it's 87 yards per skein. It is considered a 7 jumbo size. I finished the pink one. There's a video about it somewhere. And I instantly thought she deserved one too. By default, because she has a daughter, I have to make her daughter one too. But I'll finish my cousin's first, and then I'll get baby cousin. She'll get hers next. Hers will be in like a turquoisey blue. Beautiful colors. Like the way the yarn feels is really, really soft. It doesn't like shed and things. There's a couple of areas that kind of sort of fluff a little bit, but as I'm knitting it, maybe the needle tip will kind of pierce the strands or the fluff, and so I'll have like a couple of strands, but it's nothing major. It's really good quality yarn. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be. I honestly think I love everything Premier based, or whatever they make, I think has always been pretty good quality. I've never had a bad experience. So that's the one project. The other is that sweater that we were working on last year, and there she is. We are slowly making our way down the body. So this is an all over full on cabled sweater. This baby got cables. If you like cables, we got cables. I knit my sweaters on shorter than what's recommended cords, just to kind of keep the stitches together, and makes me knit a little bit faster. But I'm trying to get to this side stitch so I can show you something. And it's kind of smushed in there. All right. So here's the underarm stitch. It's a 9/9 cable. You can't really see it that well. It's a 9/9 cable. I did not know that this cable was in this pattern, so it took me aback just a little bit. Oh, the pattern is called Purpurea Light, and it's by Teti Lutzak or Lutzak. Never heard of her. I just happened to be scrolling through Instagram one day. Not Instagram, Ravelry one day. Saw this picture and put it in my cart, forgot about it, went through my cart trying to find something new to make, and lo and behold, I fell in love again. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I have not regretted it. I will say it's interesting when you're learning a new designer, how they write, what do they mean, what are they trying to tell you. It's beautiful. But I think I messed up and twisted my cables. Not twisted, like I think when I was reading the chart and it said left, I did it right, and so subsequently everything else I've done has been reversed. And so I'm wondering now if my cables are inversed instead of out, because in her pictures they look like V's and mine's look not like V's, or maybe they do. I can't tell. I need another light. Let me see. No, more light makes it worse. But anyway, do you see what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. I'm not taking it out. That much I do know. But maybe once it's, I don't know. I'm still not taking it out. I still love it. It's very intricate, and if it's wrong, it'll be a one of a kind, and maybe I could sell it for some money. A lot of money one day. But anyway, so I'm making decent progress on it. It has cables now that I've reached to the body. I think it's like every 8th round for the small cables, and then the big cable is like every 20th round. I don't know. It's something that makes it to where it's not too much cabling, and it's really a lot of just knitting in the round. So it's going pretty well. Now that that dress is finished, which we're going to talk about my dress in just a moment. Now that the dress is done, I can really focus on finishing this. I just made what I believe is the last set of increases that I'm doing. I'll have to kind of read through the pattern and see, are there more increases, because I don't want it any wider than it is. I tried it on with like a double cord, and it's going to grow anyway because of the nature of this yarn. It's like an acrylic wool blend, and I believe the stitches are going to relax. Well, I know they are. And it's going to give a nice A-line shape, but I'm really concerned about how over wide it might become. So we'll see. But that's the Purpurea light sweater. She has a chunky version of the same thing, and I think the only difference, other than the gauge of the stitches, is that the collar was different. So if you didn't want to deal with like a sport weight yarn, you can kind of probably get away with that chunky, and I think it's a worsted, or maybe it's a true bulky weight. I don't really remember. I didn't buy that one. The third thing that I'm working on was a spontaneous cast on, but not really, because I've been threatening to cast this on for a long time, and I just decided to do it when I was not feeling well. I had nothing else to do. And so this is the Incredible Blanket by, it's a pattern on Pearl Soho's website. I don't know the person's name who designed it, but I'll put up the picture and the name and all that. And it's one of those patterns that when I saw their version, it reminded me of a like a granny square crochet blanket, or like a real scrappy type, thing. And so it is all, what is this stitch called? I don't remember. But basically, you knit one below, knit one, and then the other side, no, you knit one below and purl one, and then on the other side you knit the row. That's the whole pattern. It has something happening on the edges, which I guess is like an I-cord of some sort. This pattern is not hard to memorize, but for whatever reason I keep flipping the beginning 3 and the end 3 stitches on the right and the wrong side row, and so I spent a lot of time looking back at the pattern to make sure, am I knitting 3 or am I slipping 3? I keep messing it up. So yeah, but anyway, it's a nice pattern. It's not a TV watching knit because you got to knit one below, but your fingers kind of sort of can feel what you're doing on that knit one below. Kind of, sort of. It just depends on the person. And I've gotten pretty good about it, but if I'm like watching TV or something, I might forget. And I noticed I had to go and take back a whole half a row because I was just knit one, purl one instead of knit below and purl one. So other than that, but I'm loving it. So the yarn that I'm using is all of that leftover yarn that I've had from Palette. That is my Knit Picks yarn. I use some of these colors to make my dress. I've used this to make a half and half wrap. Everything that you see in here, oh, there's one color in here. You see that stripy, this right here? It's like a camel twist, but this is a camel twist. I never used this yarn for anything. I have 10 of them, and I think I only made a headband, or maybe I made one fingerless glove that I never finished out of this. So I really want to just use this, get it out of my stash, because I probably will not use it for anything else that I can think of. The pattern has you cast on 335 stitches on a size 4. I cast it on 365, 300, I don't know, I did like 40 or 50 more. This is on a 30-inch cord, and you see it's still kind of bunched up, like I can't stretch it all the way out. I made it a little bit longer because it is my intention to have it fit across my bed, which is a king size. I don't think I made it exactly long enough, but with stretching, maybe it'll work. I don't know. This yarn is 100%, 100% Highland wool, and yeah, it's warm. It's not bulky, but it is very warm, and I enjoy it. Let me let the kittens out. Hold on. Sorry, I had to let my kittens out in the morning. They're like puppies. That's so weird. Like they go out first thing in the morning. They run straight to their little patch of dirt out in the back, and they go to the bathroom. It's so weird. They're like dogs. But anyway, so that's the Incredible Blanket. and I'm loving working on it. Of course, it has my favorite yarns in there. I literally have just been reaching in the bag and grabbing a color. I don't think I'm gonna keep it the way the pattern is written, where you just do 2 rows per color and then you switch, because I have so much of the blue left, so much of this brown, so much of this white, and like 1 or 2 skeins of the other colors that were accent colors in other projects, that I'm not going to use up much of anything if I keep doing just 2 rows. So I will probably end up doing it in larger stripes, which I don't think it really matters. The pattern is just what the pattern is, but I need to get this yarn out of here. Like, I'm tired of looking at some of the colors because I just am not going to use them. So it makes more sense to just dump it in a scrappy project that actually is functional and useful. So that's what I intend to do. I decided it was a good idea. This was my January resolution. Well, actually, I said it in November, but I didn't really start till January. To get up and like put on at least a little layer of foundation, just so I can go to the bathroom and look like somebody when I go there. And you know, you wash your hands, you look yourself in the mirror. I got tired of kind of looking at my I work from home look, so I decided to put on like a little foundation, put a little mascara on. Well, I'm not used to that nonsense, and the mascara is like making my eye water. That one right there on the inside, and it's really annoying. Anyway, all of that, I digress. Real quickly, let's just get into the cold hard facts of it. I was supposed to have pictures, videos even, of me wearing my beautiful dress, and I didn't get to wear it. And I'm sad. I legit was sad, and still am low-key kind of sad. But I got sick. I got sick with a stomach virus of some sort. I don't know what the heck it was, but it was brutal. And as much as I was trying to get dressed anyway and go, I'm glad that I didn't. Aunt Flo, I haven't said that in forever, but that little beast showed up as well while I was sick. You all know how uncomfortable I was and am. Oh my God, it was so bad. So with that being said, I don't have any pictures to show, but I'm gonna try my best to find a day during these winter months where I can wear it and dress it up and all of those things. And yeah, it was so devastating. It was so sad, so sad. So I have been kind of laying low a little bit on the social media front. I don't like this place right now. It's kind of, there's a lot going on. It's just all of it. It's just all of it. I think from being sick, from having to deal with like my uncle's passing, but not really dealing with it because I've really just been, you know, helping my cousin. When she calls and she's sad, I want to talk her through it and just make sure she's okay. And and I still got this whole nasal thing, you know. It just has not been fun. It has not been a good last couple of weeks. And my hope, if I could make one, and my personal silent prayer, is that you find something to hold on to that gives you calm, inner calm, and an external calm, because all of this is a lot. It's a lot. We're in a stream of time that, while, as the say, well, there is a saying, a proverb, there's nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. Everything that we have seen in some form or fashion has already happened. The chaos, the government updates, the people's complaints, the inflation, like all of it. It all has happened. This is nothing new. However, we wasn't living back then. We living right now, and we are in the thick of it. And it is heavy, and it's dark, and it's downright depressing. And mental health is something that I didn't grow up with. I'm an 80s kid. We didn't have mental health. We had, do what gotta be done and just deal with it. Now we have mental health. We have understanding of how things affect us. And I would hope that every person can find some person to talk to when you're feeling this this thing where your heart is racing and your mind won't stay still and you can't knit because you're just full of nervous energy or whatever the thing is that presents for you. I hope that you can find something or someone to center you, because it's only going to continue. It's not going to stop. And that's overwhelming. And it is stressful. And you can't control it. Oh, Father, help me. Because we got to get through it, y'all. We got to get through it. We just got to get through it. And so, without saying a lot, I hope that you hear me. We are going to be okay. We are going to be okay. It ain't going to be easy, but we're going to be okay. I am going to knit on something. I'm going to rock in my rocking chair. I'm going to drink my coffee. And I'm going to fight really hard to maintain my own peace. People are not concerned about your peace, but you should be concerned about it. So do what you have to center yourself, to find your little support system. You're going to need it. We're going to need it. And I would hope that by visiting this channel, sending me your little chats, and we talk and meet up and things like that, I would hope that it brings a reprieve from the realness of it all. It's nice to just talk about something you like or love without judgment or worry. It's yarn, right? It's yarn and hooks and needles. And I thank you always for coming by. Since it is Thursday, I have no dinner plans, but I am going to make coffee. And I'm trying to work on what our next meetup date should be. Because I've been getting sick, I'm a little reluctant to do anything until after winter. I gotta figure it out, but yeah, we'll figure something out and we'll kind of get together and maybe we'll just have a live. I've been wanting to do a YouTube live. Would you be down for that? Where I get on a live and maybe we can bring in a couple of people and we could chat live. I think that would be kind of cool. It's like bringing somebody on stage. I think that's kind of cool. Let me know if you think you'd like it. Or we can just do a live Zoom session and we'll do it for like an hour. Well, something like that. And just knit. Not about a project, not about a thing, but get together and talk about our yarn and our projects and the things that we love, don't love about yarn, not about the state of this world. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I just feel like building this small community that I have has been invaluable in giving me something to focus on and remembering that it's not just about me. Not exactly my regular type of video. Well, I guess it was in the beginning. Things veered off a little bit. I apologize. But this is my real life, and this is the current state of my mind. My mind is all over the place. And dare I say, I need to up the dosage on my medication because I feel like my mind is moving a million miles an hour. And if it wasn't for work to kind of refocus me, I think I'd be having a nervous breakdown right now. So let's go get coffee. Let's get to the rest of the workday. And I will probably see you on Sunday.